Me and sublimation just don't work out. Like, we got a bad relationship. Okay, so I'm starting off in Canva. This is where I created my design for my mouse pad, and I'm just gonna download it because when I use sublimation, I usually take my image and take it over to Silhouette Studios. So this is me in Silhouette Studios where I downloaded the image for the mouse pad. So here I'm sizing the image to 9.75 in width and 8 inches in height. I'm making it slightly larger and I'll explain why later. And now I'm going to flip the image horizontally because no matter what you're doing in sublimation, you always have to flip your image horizontally. So now I'm just finding my sublimation printer so I can go ahead and print the image. Now here I am with the image that I printed out. And this is the sublimation mouse pad that I got from Hobby Lobby. It was $3.29 and 100% polyester on the front. And this is the butcher paper I'm going to use. And I also use a lint roller and heat resistant tape. And these are a pair of heat resistant gloves that I'm probably not going to use, and scissors and my heat protected mat. And now I'm just going to open up the package and take the sublimation mouse pad out. So here I'm setting my heat press to, and actually I'm going to go ahead and look at the packaging because each sublimation blank has its own set of rules. This mouse pad requires 356 Fahrenheit and 40 seconds with medium pressure. Usually it's like 400 on 60 seconds. So you got to be careful with like the directions for each blank that you use. And I always use my lint roller when I'm sublimating. You wouldn't believe how much material and blanks I've screwed up with not lint rolling. Lint rolling just picks up the dust and hair that might be on your blank that you're not really tripping off of. So here I am just cutting off the butcher paper that I'll need. And now I'm going to lay the mat on top of my heat resistant mat. Well, actually, I laid the image down because I'm going to put the blank on top of the image. See, you see how I have a little spillage over, like the image is slightly larger than the blank? You always want to make your sublimation image slightly larger than the actual blank. So you don't, it lessens the ghosting, and you don't want to get the exact size because what if you lay the mat slightly crooked, it'll be like a white spot and you don't want that. So this is me applying the heat resistant tape on all 4 sides. Okay, so now that I have all the tape on, I'm just going to show you where the image is slightly larger than the mat. So with the image being slightly larger, I don't run the risk of not getting my image over the whole mouse pad. Okay, so I flipped it over. So I want the image on top so it can get the direct heat to it. And now I'm going to lay my parchment paper on top. I always use, well, actually this is not parchment paper, it's butcher paper. So I was gonna put the butcher paper on the top and bottom, but it's a rubber piece at the bottom of the mouse pad, so I don't really need it down there. So now I'm gonna lay, see, while I'm scrambling on my hands, I should be using heat gloves, but I'm not. So this is me applying medium pressure, and I'm kind of moving it around slowly so I can kind of apply the same amount of heat, which you're going to see later I don't. That's why I should have used my heat press. And even though I sped this part up, I actually pushed the 40 seconds about 3 times. But one thing about it, I'm going to burn up a blank, or, you know, that's why sublimation is really not my thing. But I love the way the prints look, so I'm going to always try to be a master at sublimation. You see, it's kind of smoking. I just feel like it doesn't get the right amount of heat when I'm using my handheld press on sublimation. So finally I grabbed my heat resistant gloves and we're gonna take a dive in. See, me, I like to see the print and the image through the butcher paper. If I don't see the image through the butcher paper, I'll keep pressing it, and that's the problem. You don't always have to see the image through it. Look at me saying, oh yeah, I see it, I see it. Yeah, fingers crossed for what? Because it came out really good, but me and Sublimation just don't work out. Like, we got a bad relationship. Look, came out very good. Look, it's always something when I'm using Sublimation. Like, what's up? What's up? It's always something. That's what you call ghosting. Ghosting happens when the paper shifts during the pressing, or when you lift the press off and it moves just a bit. With the hand press, it's super easy for that to happen since you're applying the pressure yourself. But let me tell you the fix. Don't be like me. Tape the transfer down really well. Keep the press steady. And when you're done, lift it straight up instead of sliding it. Come on, that'll keep the design sharp and clean. Don't be like me. I mess up my sublimation stuff all the time. If this happened to you, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And drop a comment if you ever had ghosting happen to you. I'd love to hear your experience. See you in the next one.